Before we get started, I want to credit my homie Truce. I'm pretty sure he's the one who invented this stuff. Don't get mad if don't get mad at me if I get that correct. I learned how to do this by watching Truce, and yeah, he's been the only other person I've ever really seen do this stuff. So I'd like him to have the credit. I really hope people don't look at me and be like, oh, this dude is the guy who made it. No, I just took it and got obsessed with it. So yeah, give the credit to Truce. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Alright, how to goo launch. So, you want a goo canister. This is essential. You want to run, jump, and throw. Just like that. Sometimes if you jump at the right opportunity, like I did just there, you can kind of ride the goo longer. Kind of did like a little pop shove it on it as I was going through. Pretty sick. Of all standard items you'll find in the arena, the easiest stuff I find to launch off of are the heal ball, gas, pyro. You can launch off of the vault, and red barrels. Red barrels kind of a secret sauce. We'll share later. These three, these are very difficult to launch off of. Usually with the glitch, it'll just throw you back, or just explode and break the goo altogether. Gas, depending on where it's at, if it's on like a wall or on its side like this, sometimes you can launch off it, but it's very inconsistent. And we'll just launch you upward like that. It's really good to be used as like an alternative to a jump pad. Pyros and gas are kind of the gold standard. Red barrels have kind of become like my secret sauce. There's a lot of cool things you can do with them. The trick is they have to be on like their side facing the direction you want to launch, and you have to hit them from this side of the red barrel. Any other side, the red barrel will just explode. It gives you increased inertia and causes you to go a lot higher and a lot further than you with a standard launch. And it becomes really crazy when you try to do it inside of a building. You'll end up actually like 90% of the time launching through the roof above. These things to launch off of are enemy totems. I'll show you why in a second after I kill this guy. When you launch off of them, it's usually always a guaranteed launch because of the hitbox of the totem. Another cool thing about totems is that they stay above the map. At least to my knowledge and my testing, it never really dips underneath the map, whereas some of these objects, like even the heal ball, some objects, they sometimes can clip through the map and just ruin your launch. Something I don't show too frequently is that you can launch off of doors, especially when a door is open in this manner. There's a high chance you can launch off it if you hit it right. Like, kind of like that. This is kind of a weird place to do it because of the rocks and everything, but a lot of times you can hit a launch off of these and go flying. I found recently that a lot of things, like even debris, are considered objects, so you're able to launch off of them. And give me its speed boost, turning a chaotic environment to an even more chaotic environment. Someone's chasing you, they might have blown through a wall, they might have just given you your escape. I like running medium because you can tie in other movement gadgets to increase the distance of your launch. To go even further. So turning just a simple launch into a full-blown like escape, causing mass confusion in your fights, and making you just really difficult to keep track of, especially when you get like those like heavy launches. So to add some level of secret sauce to this, I do believe that a reason why I have such a easy time doing this, where it almost seems like I can do it on command, is due to my key bindings and layout. I use a Pulsar XF2, and my jump is assigned to my right click. So the actual actuation between me jumping and throwing is pretty instant. So if you're struggling using goo launching on M&K, try switching your key bindings to the old Quake setup of binding your jump to right mouse button, and you might have an easier time. As for controller, I don't really know. You probably can switch it to a different button or map it some other way. I don't run controller, so I don't have a lot of advice on that part. Something to consider, though, too, a lot of this is just timing. You are fighting the like server ticks and just things of that nature in the game's own physics engine, and Goo will do what it wants, so you might not always get a perfect launch, but that's kind of the fun of it. It's the thrill of trying to go faster. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave comments. I will answer them to the best that I can. Alright? See you in the arena.